Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your Avalon Rituals reading for September, and my name is Julia. Thank you for tuning in. So let's have a little look. If you do not know the Lenormand, the amazing thing is that you can have a look into every area of life. As you see, there are so many cards on the table. So if you book a private reading with me, it's always good to just explain the situation a little bit, because each card can have several meanings, and therefore it's much more in depth or much more easy to see the cards or the energies around a situation if you have a few details. Of course, I do not have this now. So I'm trying my best to do a reading that hopefully resonates with you. And what you need to know is that you are in this deck as well. So you are here, this female person, no matter of your gender. And we do have a male person here that would be your love interest, no matter of their gender. So again, swap it around, and probably I will fall into saying, oh yeah, the male and the female, just because it's easier for my brain if I just refer to the pictures on the cards. So what I can see is that you are going through a transformation. So you are in the house of the storks. There's a change in your life, but I also feel like the main change is going to be an inward change, an inward transformation. We do see that there probably was a relationship that has ended, because we have the scythe in the house of relationships. It might be that because the scythe can also mean or talk about pain, a painful situation. So that could be something as well. Most of the time I do feel if we have the scythe in the house or next to the ring, it is about an ending of a relationship or something that has been cut short, and there is a decision here. But also, and that is the interesting thing, referring to those things, something has ended in your life, there is a decision, but there's a new beginning. And the interesting thing next is that actually, if you now have a look onto the cards on the top, we do see that they are quite good. So first of all, we do have the clover here. Clover always means luck, or it means happy coincidences, but we all know there are no coincidences. So this, for me personally, when I see the clover, I know that the divine is like guiding the situation. So I do feel, and also because the clover is in the house of the scythe, so this is something that you can look at as well, in what position each card is. So I do feel this cutting short of something, the ending of a relationship, I do feel this was divinely guided. I do feel there's a divinely guided new beginning here. And I do feel like there's something coming in, like a meeting, or being valued, or something coming in like a surprise in September. That might be an unexpected meeting. It might be an unexpected, I don't know, compliments, flirt, blessings, something really beautiful. And you are actually thinking about the cards that are on top of you, which means it might be that you are thinking about creativity. That could be something as well, beauty and creativity here with the flowers. We do have the lilies, and I want to come to the lilies in a second, because that's basically the headline of the reading, but for some reason I straight jumped into you. The lilies can stand for family. Actually, maybe this is talking about, for some of you, wow, oh my god. Okay, maybe for some of you this is about starting a family. I don't know how this relates, because so far all I can see that there was something that ended, and also you're very far away at the moment from this male person, but I'm gonna figure this out for you guys. But all those cards, because this is also sensuality, this is a surprise, this is luck, this is a child, not just a new beginning, but a child. And we do have the transformation here, and of course the stork, as it talks about an inner transformation. Maybe some of you guys are thinking actually about starting a family. Maybe this comes in like a surprise, and you're like, wow, this is suddenly a topic. So that is one thing, but as I've said, each card can have slightly different meanings. So I do want to go into the other aspects as well. We do have with the lilies the card of family, of sensuality. This is also why I said the other things here. But also we do have the card of harmony and balance. So I do feel like you are very much in your thoughts focused on beauty, creativity, balance. It might be because that is another thing with the lilies. It could stand for an older male person. So it might be that you're thinking about an older male person that comes in like a surprise. Maybe there's a meeting with an older male person. It could be a father figure, it could be a grandfather figure, or an older male person in your life, right? So this is it's quite interesting, the energies I get here for you guys. Let me know in the comments how this relates to you, and it's especially good to, at the end of the month or maybe even at the middle of the month, go back to a reading and just check in how these things are related or referring to your life. So coming back to the first card, which is the headline, we do have the very interesting cards of the lilies. Again, family, something related to balance, something related to an older male person, or something related to sensuality. I do feel like there's a big change. There's a big change, and the fox is always like a tricky situation. So maybe there is a more balance and harmony, a change coming into a tricky situation. The fox could also talk about sneaking away. Maybe someone sneaked away. Maybe you're sneaking away. I don't know. But this is definitely talking about a really, really positive change. Also, what I get a lot is the color white here. So I do feel there's something really high vibrational coming in. The fox is also about being clever about a situation, but it's also could refer to your own needs. And also, since the tail of the fox is pointing in this direction, and the first cards are basically the headline, I do feel like this is right. The change that is coming is the right thing to do. If that is referred to a child, if this is referred to a change with a male person or with a family situation, I do feel like that's right. That's good. Okay, so let's have a look in your further environment, which we already had your close environment here. Your further environment is basically the cards that are at the corner positions here. We don't have the cards here, so what we do have is the coffin, we do have the dog, and again we do have the storks. So again, I do feel like there's a lot of transformation. Transformation is not just in the headline, it's not only the placement that you are in, it's also in your further environment. So there is something has ended here. Maybe there's some sadness, some grief you're working through. We do have the dog here, so the dog can stand for and also the placement of the dog would indicate that there might be conflict with a friend or conflict related to the matter of trust and loyalty. I do feel like there is some grief, some heavy energies that are draining your energy, but we do have in the same mix also the positive change here, the transformation. So I do feel like even if there are some things that you're still kind of working through, I almost feel like I can see the light coming from these cards here. I do feel like there's a lot of light coming here, and I do feel like whatever this is, you're going through a big transformation and it will get better, I promise. We do have the next thing I can do is I can mirror you. And yes, we do have a little fly friend here, in case you haven't noticed. If I mirror you, you are here onto the stars, stars and the flowers and the cross. So both cards would indicate destiny. So I do feel like there's a very destined situation. I do feel there's a karmic lesson you're working through, and this has to do with spirituality, with spiritual development. Something might come in like a surprise, and I do feel like there is maybe even some good karma coming to you, and I do feel you're gonna gain more clarity, maybe clarity about this karmic lesson, clarity about a situation that was quite heavy, but for some reason I do feel like there is this heaviness below you, but I do feel like there's so much light coming in. Also, the star is in the house of the heart. So that's a house of love. So I do feel like there's a spiritual soul connection here. I do feel like there's clarity coming into your love life. And I do feel like there is some sort of destined energy related to your love life. So, having said these things, I feel like, where am I going next? So I have done everything around you. You know what? We just went to the love life. So I do want to see what this love is about here. Love is in the house of the key. So there is a solution related to your love life. Maybe an insight. If I do so, the Lenormand, the interesting thing is that it's also working through words, and in German the word for the key, what it does, it's security. But security, if I would use the right the right word for the German word, it would mean certain. So I hope that wasn't too confusing. So anyway, when I do a German reading and I see the key, I could say certainly there is . So that's what I try to explain. So certainly there is love. Certainly there's a new beginning, if you get where I'm heading to. So certainly new beginning, because the key's in the house of the child, which is straight like before you. That's where you're going to. And there's a new beginning. There is probably a meeting, something referring to your private life here. And in straight line, in straight direction, there's also at some point a partnership here, which is in the house of decisions. So there's still something that needs to be decided, referring to your partnership here. But coming back to this, to the heart, what I can see with the bear next to it, it's an old love connection. Maybe it's a very strong love connection. Maybe this is also something from a past life, because it's an old love. So old love could refer to a past life. We do have a decision here, a decision to end something. Maybe there was a decision that caused some grief. And also we do have something, some information, and this information refers to the male person, because the information is in the house of the male person. So it might be that there's something hidden, or that there is some knowledge coming, or you're learning something about the male person here. And that again refers to your love life. I can't mirror the love, as it is not in the main reading here, but in the last 4 cards. But what I can say with these placements is that there is a love that is very strong or influential, and there's something coming into a flow, which is very likely stability here. Also, this could refer to working together, because the fish can be finances and the anchor could be work. So it might be that there's a strong love connection. You're gonna make probably a lot of money here, and you're gonna work with. That could be something as well. Did I forget anything? Oh no, yeah. The anchor is in the house of the cross. I'm gonna come to that in a second, because we're gonna have a look at this person soon, or next. So the cross is talking about the lesson, and the lesson seems to be something related to stability or work here. So I do feel like in September there might be a lesson coming up for you, or maybe that is something you have already worked on quite a while, and maybe you are completing this lesson now, which refers to work and stability. Maybe it's about really getting stable in your life. That could refer also to this love, as we do have the love here as well. Yeah, so let's go now to this person. This person is in the house of the moon. Moon is deep emotions, deep feelings. Again, I do feel like there's a connection where you have a deep soul connection with. There is a blockage. That is interesting. Technically, if we now have a look, the moon is here as well, and it's like, it seems like there's a blockage or a challenge related to some sort of happiness, luck, or emotions. But I do feel like this person, because it is in the house of the moon, I do feel like there is a deep soul connection. What is this person thinking about? We do have clarity related to a lesson, and we do have something nagging, something like, maybe there was a loss. Maybe this person experienced a loss, and now this person is thinking about getting clarity about the lesson in this loss. The cards around this person, as I've said, there's some sort of blockage. Maybe the success of this person is blocked because this is in the house of the sun, which means luck and success. There's something unclear, maybe unclear related to a certain kind of loss, because that's in the house of the mice. It could also mean because the mice are taking away something. So maybe, and this could very well be, as we do have the star here, which is clarity. So it might be that the placement of the clouds, which is confusion, uncertainty, being unsure in the house of the mice, could mean the mice take away the confusion. And there comes in new clarity. Also, the star is talking about spirituality, spiritual development. So this is something I see with this person as well. I do kind of feel like this is also very like a soul connection here. So I do think that could be the same person. Maybe there are two people in this deck. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the same person. If I now mirror this person, we do have we do have the scythe here. So I do feel like probably this is the person who you have been with in a partnership and who cut him or herself off, or you cut him or herself off. Interestingly, now have a look. This person is also related to this card, so it might be that this is someone you have a family with. Maybe this is someone you have a very sensual connection with. Maybe this person is the older male person, or maybe what else? Harmony is the other thing, but we do have the mice here, so it's kind of like there is a deep soul connection. There are blockages. Something has been cut short, cut away. There is a loss related to this person, but then also we have on the other side this card here. So, but again, I do feel like there's a lot of good stuff coming in. If I now have a look onto this person's further environment, we do have those two cards and this card. So it might be that this is also a partnership where you will work with each other. It might be that this partnership is going to be more stable in the future. We do have the birds here, so it might be that there's a phone call or a message coming in related to this partnership. So again, I do feel like this is definitely your ex-partner or your partner. Maybe you have a little break up, maybe you are going through some kind of pause, but the birds would indicate a phone call coming in. It would indicate WhatsApp messages coming in, or it would indicate stress and nervousness related to the stability of this partnership, which also could be a case here. All right, so I do feel like I have now said everything related to these issues. So I want to go to the ring, which is in the house of decision. What I already said, I do feel like there's some sort of decision. There's something that is not clear. There might be some sort of journey related to this partnership which is not clear. It might be that the ship is talking about someone left this situation. Though I do have to say, the way the ship could indicate someone leaving, but it could also indicate, because the ship is like going towards the ring, that someone is coming back into the relationship, but there's something still unclear. Very certainly there will be a meeting, but also it might cause a bit stress and nervousness. We do have the snake here. Snake could be another person who's somehow involved in this partnership as well. So there could be another energy that is also related to like feelings and emotions, and which is causing the blockage here, which is quite interesting, right? So that's quite interesting. Okay, so if this is not another person, hence another energy, this is about complications and delays, complications in the emotional life that is causing a blockage. So I still feel like in September there will be, related to this partnership, there will still be a blockage. Things will be still unclear. There will be stress and nervousness. Someone might come back to this partnership, but also actually I do feel we have two cards that would indicate a meeting here, and also connected to through the key, which again in German I would say very certainly someone is coming back here, and there will be very certainly a meeting. But I still do feel like things are not completely clear related to this situation. Again, bringing the focus back on the positive things, I do feel like there's a very positive new beginning for you and a big transformation. The energies I get from this area that are immediately around you, and I'm aware that there's a scythe and the ending here is very close to you as well, but the other cards around you, really it almost feels like I can see the light coming through and a lot of positive beautiful things coming for you, coming in for you in September as well. So please let me know if you resonated with the reading. If so, leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel. If you want your own personal reading, you can go to avalonrituals.com. Just be mindful of the waiting time that is on the sidebar on the right. I try to do the readings a little bit faster always, but this is round about the waiting time it takes at the moment. If you would like to support me, I have a PayPal Me account, so this is also below this video. So I'm very happy for all the donations, small, medium or large. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel here, and sending you so much love from Avalon, and have a very blessed September.